What up, YouTube? It's your boy Iceman Guru, aka Dr. J, back at you with another installment on the High Frequency Only channel. Hit that subscribe button, comment, hit that bell, okay, like, all that good stuff, okay. Um, Man, today I've been putting out, a lot of content, on Instagram, Facebook. Yes, I am still on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook at Jacob Isom. Um, and then I was like, you know what? It's only right that I drop a video. So, I've been on one today. So, as always, we always working. So, we sleep when we 6 feet deep. So, um, today's topic is the black bourgeoisie the enemy to black liberation? Let me repeat that. Is the black bourgeoisie the enemy to black liberation? Now, you're not going to hear this conversation, or at least the topic, on any other channel, man. So you best like and you best subscribe, okay? You best share this video, okay? So let's get deep, okay? Now, let me tell you the genesis of this topic, okay? Because like I said, I get a lot of ideas from different people that I watch, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's just my everyday life experience, and it's just so many things that stimulate my mind and stimulate, I think, is very interesting intellectual conversation. Okay, so I was watching this show. All right, of course, we don't need to say names. That's not what the High Frequency channel is about. Okay, throwing people under the bus, talking negative and stuff like that. Names may come up, but it'll come up, for a very good reason. But in this case, we won't say what the name of this show is. And I was listening to an individual who was talking about the black community that was trash. Okay. Now, this certain individual happened to be definitely part of the black bourgeoisie, pretty well off. And, I was just listening to the different things that he was saying. And I was like, wow, man. I was like, this type of rhetoric is dangerous. And the reason why I say it's dangerous, it's just dangerous to the psyche of black people. Okay. That we believe, but part of the reason of why he was feeling or saying the way he's saying it, because he was speaking of black culture, which is, of my opinion, that black people really don't have culture. Okay. A lot of things that we do or have done is due to post-traumatic slave disorder, due to our inability to create economic endeavors for ourselves, due to our inability to create educational institutions that are totally independent from Europeans. Okay, so we haven't been able to educate our own children with our own curriculum without the backing, the money, the input of Europeans. Okay, and that's a huge problem. But a lot of time when it comes to the black bourgeoisie, you have a lot of these black people who come from predominantly white institutions. Okay, so they are bred and brought up a certain way. A lot of them do look at black culture as if it's trash, or that they need to move out the hood, because a lot of these people come from very poor and destitute places. Okay, and so when they make it, so to speak, okay, they move to the suburbs, they're around people that don't look like them, and then they already have a mindset of what they feel about people that look like them. Just like people of European stock or Middle Eastern stock, even though Middle Eastern is not the correct term, we'll go with that. Okay? Asians, Hispanics, okay? But of course, we understand a lot of that time this comes with our ethnic image. A lot of times this comes with the self-fulfilling prophecy of how we portray ourselves. So there's some truth into what this gentleman was speaking. Okay, don't get me wrong. I do feel as if we portray ourselves in certain ways that are not beneficial to us. But I do feel like that the black bourgeoisie class does not stick up for, does not want to represent, does not want to give back, does not want to change the narrative when it comes to quote unquote black culture or black people. Okay? And I think a lot of times we think of black culture and we look at it through the lens of hip hop. And even though hip hop is definitely considered black, African American, whichever term you want to use. And I always throw out them terms out there because I myself are not or am not comfortable with the term African American anymore. Just that I am not comfortable with the term black anymore. Okay? I definitely think we need to redefine it. But that is for another video. All right? So those people who feel more comfortable aligning themselves with European culture, those individuals who, and we're not talking about, let's set the record straight. We're not talking about people that are quote unquote acting white. All right? Because I don't know what that means any more than you probably do. I don't know what acting white means. Talking a certain way with diction and with certain vocabulary is not acting white. Now, we may think of it as someone who is stereotyping or, criticizing someone for the way they look. Dress is definitely cultural. And we could say that, okay, African Americans tend to dress certain ways and have certain style versus European. Okay, we're going to point those things out. But language definitely would not. Now, of course, everyone knows slang is a lot of time associated with black culture. I give you that. But the whole idea of, no, acting white, no. It's bigger than that, to be honest with you, when it comes to the black bourgeoisie class. It's bigger. It's about reaching back, coming back, supporting, actually proud to be black, right? Actually understand what your heritage is, your culture, where it comes from. That's what this is about. That's what this conversation is about. Okay? Is that class or group of people that have that mindset, and whether you want to call it thinking, having a European mind because they get educated from a European institution, their mores and a lot of things they do could be considered European in nature. They live around European people. That type of mindset. And then the most damaging part is now we have these type of people that's getting on platforms and speaking ill and down on people because they have reached a certain plateau in a certain place. That's why I feel like that they can be the enemy to black liberation. To black people truly, genuinely feeling good about themselves. They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. Kanye, appreciate that. Because it's so true. The black bourgeoisie class is all about being in a certain position because historically, black people have never been. Black people have always been the downtrodden, the disenfranchised, the hated. So a group of people, these certain group of people want to be in the position where they don't feel that way. And a lot of them will do anything they can to get liked by their peers. And sometimes it's a sad situation. We have so many different subgroups and subcultures within the African American community. We can never be monolithic. But at the same time, we have to have common goals. And one of those common goals is understanding who we are genetically, socially, biologically, psychology, or psychological, I should say. We have to understand there's bigger things at play. And so when we chase wealth, when we chase status, when we chase power, a lot of time we doing it at the detriment to someone else or to something else. And a lot of time it's the larger community. So this is the reason why certain people can get on platform and speak ill will of their own culture. And I'm not even sure if this person who did that understands that, first of all, but secondly, understands that how it makes us look overall on a micro level. I'm not even sure this person will identify with being a part of the black culture. Because this platform I'm speaking of is a platform that has mostly black people on there and mostly a black audience. And I'm not saying that, particularly when it comes to business, hey, you rock with whoever the best candidate is. I'm just thinking that it's a problem for people that's part of the black bourgeoisie class to have certain ideology, certain viewpoints that goes against the very community that spit them out. That's a problem. So people with that mindset are the enemy to black liberation. Forget white supremacists. Forget those out there who want to set black people back with voting rights and all this. That's existed for a very long time. For thousands of years. But we're talking about civil war. We're talking about inner beef now. We know some of our greatest leaders got killed by people that look like them. So how are we to move forward and step forward if we can't get on the same page when it comes to what we value, when it comes to who we are? Hey, that's a great place to end, man. Hopefully y'all like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell, all that good stuff. Hey, we're going to keep dropping that fire content. We're going to keep asking them tough questions. We're going to keep having difficult dialogue because it's needed, okay? And I ain't going nowhere, right? So you best subscribe now and get on the train right now, all right? Hey, as always, I'm you are me, love always, love eternal, and we out this thing. Peace.